All right, so what is good, YouTube? What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to Hard Hitting Sports. So I get questioned a lot about my terminology because my terminology is a little bit different than what you're used to seeing on normal NFL blog sites or normal NFL people use. I don't tend to lump in or follow the crowd when it comes to terminology. So there's certain things that I just don't use. Like I don't use the terminology pocket passer because I believe all quarterbacks have to throw from the pocket. There's no such thing as a quarterback that doesn't throw from the pocket. So pocket passer to me is silly. So a lot of you guys have asked me, and a lot of you guys understand it when I say it, but I do still get questioned a lot. So I guess I'll clear it up here. A lot of you guys have asked me, what is a stand-around quarterback? Well, a stand-around quarterback is a quarterback who's only good in a clean pocket with nobody around. He has no ability to create. If the pocket breaks down, the play's pretty much over. Now, he is capable. A lot of stand-around quarterbacks are capable of stepping up in the pocket, but they don't have the ability to improvise. They don't extend plays. Their throwing on the run is rare. They are very, very comfortable standing on their toes and making passes. Now, stand-around quarterbacks are great regular season quarterbacks simply because every team doesn't have the personnel to get after them. To beat an elite stand-around quarterback, I believe you have to have a front four that can get pressure without having to blitz. And you have to have a secondary that plays very physical defense. You have to be able to get after the wide receivers, knock them off, because a lot of stand-around quarterbacks run a timing-based offense. Like take a stand-around like Tom Brady. His offense is a bunch of dink and dunk shit. You see him throwing a bunch of 2 and 3 yard screen bubble passes that turn into 15-yard passes. You'll see him take a quick 2-step drop and then get it out to an Edelman in space with 2 or 3 with another receiver in front of him. And you see that a lot. You look at the script. You look at the way that the Patriots run that offense. Or, I mean, not just him. Peyton Manning attacks the field a little bit more. It all depends on who they're playing. But you see that happen when Peyton Manning is getting harassed. The goal for them is to get the ball out of that guy's hands as fast as possible. Well, you don't see the same thing with a guy like an Aaron Rodgers who has the ability to create plays even when he's being harassed. There's no such thing as making a play if Brady is harassed. If Brady is harassed, you pick him up off the ground and you start to play over. If Aaron Rodgers is harassed, he has the ability to make a man miss. He has the ability to extend the play, create, pick up yardage with his feet, or give receivers an opportunity to break off routes and get open. And that's the reason why I say death to the stand-around, because I hate fucking stand-around quarterback. There's nothing worse in the NFL to me than a stand-around quarterback. Stand-around quarterbacks are the worst quarterbacks to me. I don't like them, especially in big game situations, because in big game situations, I want every single opportunity to win. If the pocket is clean, I want my quarterback to step up and make plays. If the pocket is getting beat down and there's nowhere for my quarterback to step up and make a throw, I want my quarterback to extend the play. Or else you go into a Super Bowl and you get the shit beat out of you. You score 8 points because you can't protect your quarterback. And it's just like that. I mean, say whatever you want about Colin Kaepernick, but he was a tipped pass away from beating the Seattle Seahawks. Peyton Manning came nowhere near beating the Seahawks. And I know you're going to say, well, the defenses are different. Yes, the defenses are different. But when you're going 3 and out and out and 3 and 3 and out and out and 3 and 3 and out and giving Seattle the ball back and 3 and out and whack and sack and pick and back, yes, you're setting yourself up to get absolutely shellacked. Where if Colin Kaepernick didn't have a receiver open, he was creating plays. Even when he didn't have a receiver open. That Seattle defense is very, very tough. We can all admit to this. Seattle has one of the best defenses in the NFL history. Not just the NFL from last year, but NFL history. And sometimes it does take some improvisation. Sometimes you're not going to get a three-step drop and drop back and try to look for a receiver. It's just not there. I mean, you've got Richard Sherman, you got Cam Chancellor, you got Earl Thomas. That is a very stout defense. Sometimes it takes improvisation. So that's my thoughts on it, and that's the reason why I say stand around, deaf to the stand around. The stand around is a dying art form. College doesn't even make stand arounds anymore. And the stand arounds that are there are 5th and 7th round picks. You've seen a guy like Zach Mettenberger, which 10 years ago he would have been a first round pick. This year he was a 7th round pick. And who do you look in the first round? Who do you see? You see a guy that looks like Big Ben Roethlisberger and Blake Bortles. You see Johnny Manziel. You see Teddy Bridgewater. And you see Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr went in the 2nd round. You see those guys. Guys who can both throw from a pocket and make plays. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing the stand-arounds are dying. And when you look at the college landscape this year, you see Bryce Petty. You see Marcus Mariota. You see Jameis Winston. You see kids who are able to not only throw from a clean pocket, but are able to improvise and make plays. That's where the league is going. I mean, if we look up in 3 years, 4 years, and Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, who else? Matthew Stafford have failed. Look at the rest of the NFL. What do you see? You see RG3, Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, Alex Smith, the kid from Buffalo, Jake Locker, if he could stay healthy, Johnny Manziel. What do all have in common? None of those guys are just stand in the pocket and get whacked if you don't block for them. And that's why I say death to the stand around. It is a dying art form. Death to the stand around. Peace.